Flashback.
Donald Trump has been very, very good for baseball. He has been wonderful for the industry. Your boss acknowledged as much a number of months ago during the campaign.
Les Moonves,
Donald Trump, huh?
It was Les Moonves who acknowledged
Les Moonves also acknowledged it, but so did the head of CNN.
But that means what?
If
ratings are up, that means what?
The ratings are up. It means you can't do without Donald Trump. You would be lost without Donald Trump.
Well, that is what he says.
Ted, you know that's not true.
CNN's ratings would be in the toilet without Donald Trump.
You know that's not true. You're playing for laughs. You've lived through enough presidencies to know there will be more
Brian.
presidents.
What were the ratings before Trump and what are the ratings now?
I would say we might be up 20, we might be up 30%, we might be up 40%. If we go back down 40%, that's okay too.
Well, it may not be okay,
Of
but
course it is. No, but hold on. I reject the premise that these networks are making so much money off of Trump and thus we benefit from it.
A sheer coincidence.
Oh man, throwback to Ted Koppel frying this man up, frying up Brian Stelter, frying up Lil Brian, right? Lil Brian. Okay, some people call him Little Brian, but I gotta throw the blackness on it. Okay, I'm calling him Lil Brian. Hey, Lil Brian. Because Ted was a prophet, right? He was a prophet. As CNN has tanked. They've tanked without Trump. They're nothing without Trump. And specifically, Brian Stelter is nothing without Trump, right? As this is embarrassing, right? This is peak embarrassment, okay? CNN's Brian Stelter returns from vacation to host the lowest rated reliable sources of the year. Show performed better with replacement host John Avlon. So let's get this straight. Reliable sources is one of CNN's lowest rated shows. Okay, lowest rated shows. It performed better when the main host went on vacation. And I ain't gonna lie, the ratings probably doubled when he left because Brian Stelter was home watching it on the couch. I'm telling you, CNN has tried to save their ratings. They know that Trump was their lifeblood, right? You know how I know? Because they tried to find a new Trump.
I have come to one inescapable conclusion about the GOP and the media. I want to see if you agree or disagree with me. Even though Republicans are out of power right now, the use of the media, their use of the media, has a major impact on the Democrats and on political dysfunction. So this, what I'm about to say, directly impacts President Biden and his administration. All right, are you ready for it? Here's my conclusion. Tucker Carlson is the new Donald Trump. Tucker has taken Trump's place as a right-wing leader, as an outrage generator, as a fire starter. And it's all happening on Fox, just like Trump's campaign did. Which means Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch are ultimately responsible. I mean, think about all the ways these two men are similar. Every day, Carlson is throwing bombs, making online memes, offending millions of people, also delighting millions of others, tapping into white male rage and resentment, stoking distrust of big tech and the media, generally coarsening the discourse, never apologizing for anything, and setting the GOP's agenda. Sounds like a recently retired president, right?
See what I mean? Right? See what I mean? CNN is done, right, without Trump. They suck. And especially this guy, Brian Stelter. He is definitely done. But let's read more about this joke of a show that Brian Stelter has, right? CNN's struggling media program, Reliable Sources with Brian Stelter, hit another low on Sunday with its smallest audience of 2021 as the liberal program has now failed to crack the 1 million viewer plateau for 5 consecutive weeks. Stelter's program averaged only 810,000 total viewers and a dismal 132,000 among the key demographics of adults ages 25 to 54 on May 2nd for its worst performance of the year in both categories. Wow. I'm pretty sure that Crowder, right? Steven Crowder can get more viewers doing his live stream than Brian Stelter can doing his lineup on a Sunday, right? I've seen Steven Crowder top over 800,000 views at one time. So a political comedian on YouTube can get more views doing a live stream, again, on YouTube, than somebody on a major news network on a Sunday. This is embarrassing, right? This guy sucks. There's really no other way to put it. To make matters worse for Stelter, his own show performed better last week when replacement host John Avlon filled in. The Avlon-hosted edition of Reliable Sources on April 25th averaged 907,000 for a nearly 100,000 viewer increase over Stelter's return. Wow. So over 100,000 people, almost 100,000 people tuned in for Brian Stelter's show when the man left. When he left. Jesus, man. Oh, my God. This is so embarrassing. CNN got to fire this man. Avlon also topped Stelter's most recent episode in the key demographic, averaging 182,000 viewers among the groups coveted by advertisers. Stelter, who tweeted from his vacation spot to promote the previous edition of Reliable Sources, has struggled to attract an audience since former President Trump left office. The far-left pundit spent years criticizing Trump's every step, typically refraining from criticizing liberals and devoting ample time to bashing conservative media. The strategy doesn't appear to be working, as Reliable Sources has now been under 1 million viewers for 7 of the past 8 weeks. Wow. Well, this dude, Brian Stelter, right? He really is a real-life Mr. Potato Head.
And if Hasbro really wanted a gender-neutral Mr. Potato Head so badly, they should just slap a picture of CNN's Brian Stelter on the cover of their next potato.
On Friday, I was about to go get dinner for my kids when Donald Trump Jr. attacked me in his speech at CPAC. Something about me looking like a gender-neutral potato head.
He really is. I mean, dude can't get nobody to watch his show. Right? He can't even get 1 million viewers. And this is what happens, guys, when, one, you're just a bad journalist, right? You're bad at your job. And two, you've attached your success to just Trump, right? I mean, again, he was so desperate that they tried to make Tucker Carlson the new Trump. Y'all remember the segment where Brian Stelter was criticizing why Fox News hosts didn't post their vaccine selfies?
Where are Tucker and Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham? Where is Ainsley Earhart and Steve Doocy and Brian Kilmeade? Where are the biggest stars on Fox getting vaccinated? I get it's a personal choice. I get that's between, the hosts and their healthcare provider. But everybody else is doing it, right, Matt? I mean, all across television, all these anchors are rolling up their sleeves. Why do you think we haven't seen the biggest stars on Fox News get vaccinated or show us their vaccine selfies?
Like, he legitimately ran a segment about why Fox News hosts would not post vaccine selfies. Again, it's no surprise that this show sucks. That has low ratings, that is down in the dumps, and nobody watches it. I mean, at this point, you might as well change the name from Reliable Sources to Unreliable Sources. You've attached yourself solely to the idea of having a villain to go after, and now that the villain is out of office, you have nothing. All your viewers left. All of them. But if you actually did your job, right, and didn't take all the clickbait that comes out of the government against Trump and all the anti-Trump propaganda, and you actually did your job as a journalist, and you covered things fairly, you still have an audience. You still have an audience. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't feel bad for Brian Stelter, and I'm glad that people are not watching his pathetic show, because that's truly what it is. A pathetic show by a pathetic man that has been castrated because Trump is out of office, okay? And at this point, he probably should be let go by CNN, but, he kind of deserves it, because this is what happens when you build up your brand and that you've made money solely off of talking shit about one person, right? So it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share it. A Black conservative perspective. Peace.